My name is Kriska and welcome to Inday. I'm going to share with you my personal experience on how I renewed my spouse visa, as well as cancel my existing work permit and apply for a new work permit all at the same time. Before we move on to the meat of the process, it is important to note that immigration laws, policies, and even instructions of immigration officers change from time to time. Also, the experience of foreign spouses vary depending on many different factors such as country of origin, strength of passport, religion, number of kids, branch of the immigration office, and even the immigration officer. Okay, so how do we start renewing the spouse visa? Step 1. Collect the checklist and the forms from the immigration office. Depending on the immigration office branch, you may need to allocate a separate day just to collect the forms and checklist. Some offices are way busier than the others, just like in Shah Alam, where my husband and I frequent. The forms required are pretty straightforward. You would need your passport, your Malaysian spouse's IC, your marriage register, a Surat Akuan that has been stamped by a commissioner of oath, and immigration forms 38 and 55. You would need your passport, your Malaysian spouse's IC, a Surat Akuan that has been stamped by a commissioner of oath, your offer letter and contract that has been stamped by the LHDN, and registration forms 9, 24, and 49, which will all come from your employer. From the list of documents for spouse visa renewal and work permit application, there are only 2 documents that needed to be stamped by a third party. That is the Surat Akuan, which needs to be stamped by a commissioner of oath, and your offer letter and contract, which needs to be stamped by the LHDN. Step 2. Submit the complete documents to the immigration office. This step is pretty straightforward and simple. The only complication lies whether you are processing it at one of the busier immigration office branches. And I'm gonna show you why. I went down to get breakfast because I'm sure that it's going to be a very long wait. I've never seen such long queue since I've started applying for a spouse visa. So we were lucky enough to get a queue number. Can you see that? It says 5102, which means we are 102nd in line. Apart from waking up and arriving really early, another essential skill in securing a queue number is running. Note that the queue numbers are limited. If the queue numbers run out, you need to go back the next day, fall in line, run, and hope that you secure a number. Only applicants with a queue number will be entertained and will be allowed to submit their application forms. The third and final step is my favorite step, which is collect your passport from immigration. You just need to submit the receipts at the information counter and wait for your name to be called. That's it. The most critical phase in this whole process is the completion of documents. Once you have completed all of the necessary documents needed, everything will be smooth sailing. The toughest part is arriving really early and race against hundreds of applicants to secure a queue number. There are days when it's not that bad, but there are days when you would really think, what the hell is going on? Nonetheless, enjoy the process and have a good laugh later. That's it for today. Goodbye from Inday. In Kuala Lumpur area.